Okay, this is just a quick video to show y'all what I did with two Dr. Bronner's Tea Tree Castile Bar soaps. As you all know, a gallon of Dr. Bronner's liquid Castile soap can run you up. So what I decided to do was to use distilled water, which is here from Food Line. You can get a gallon of distilled water for only 88 cents. And what I did is I took I grated two of these bars and put it in the pot, but I let the water boil first, and then I put the grated soap in and let it sit and just gradually stir it. I didn't let the water come to a rolling, bubbling boil, because then your water is going to start to dissipate out of the pot. I just let it get real hot until it started steaming, and then I put my soap in and I turned the water off. And then what I did was I put in 2 tablespoons of glycerin, and this is vegetable-based glycerin here. And as you can see, I buy it by the gallon. I've had this gallon for years. It'll never go anywhere because I use it for everything. And you only need a little bit. But 2 tablespoons in this cup right here. I have the rest. I have a little 4-ounce bottle of liquid tea tree soap that I had. I poured the rest of it in here, and I put 1 teaspoon of pure tea tree oil, along with the 2 tablespoons of glycerin. And when this cools, 24 hours from now, when this cools, I'm going to add the ingredients in this cup to the pot. And then they said you have to whisk it because it's going to be real thick. So I'm going to whisk it, and then I'm going to put it back in the distilled bottle because it's going to be totally cool at that time. So with that being said, I would like to give you my greeting. Peace and blessings be to you all. Okay, I'm back. This is my mixture. As you can see, it's very firm. So I would suggest 1 bar of soap for each gallon of distilled water. 1 tablespoon of glycerin and 1/2 teaspoon of tea tree oil if you're using tea tree soap. Tea tree Dr. Bronner's soap like I did. This here, I'm going to take my blender and mix it, and I'll be back and let you know what happens. Okay, good afternoon. I'm back once and for all. I got my 32-ounce bottle of liquid Castile soap, and I did my 3 gallons. This is 1, 2, and this gallon here is my 3rd. Notice how that's completely see-through. It still has suds on the top. Whoever said liquid Castile soap doesn't suds up was wrong. Maybe the liquid Castile soap that you get in the bottle, but since you use the bar soap to turn it into liquid soap, it definitely, most definitely does make a lot of suds. It's a little bit thicker. What I'm going to do is just use these bottles here for storage. This is my 32-ounce. And this is my 8-ounce. And I just had this 4-ounce here. See the inside? I just had this 4-ounce here already. I already had this. But as you can see, it's pure liquid. Okay, one thing I want to share. I had these 2 bottles in the bathroom, right? These 2 bottles here. The 4 and the 8-ounce were in the bathroom. And they stay liquid. But these bottles here, I kept them in the kitchen. And it was cold, you know, for the last couple of nights or whatever. And I think this is the water. This is weird, y'all. This is the water. This is the liquid Castile soap. And this is the bar soap. What I'm going to do, I'm only going to use 1 gallon at a time. So what I'm going to do is use this, right? And then when I'm ready to use this, I'll put it in the, I have a big stock pot in the sink. And I pour it in my stock pot and use the mixer and just mix it and mix it and mix it. And this is what I came out with. Mind you, I used 2 bars of soap, 3 gallons. I split the 8-ounce and 32-ounce into, I did 10 ounces of each of this into all 3 bottles. And then I split this. When I came to tablespoons and teaspoons, I just split it. Whatever you do, do it in equal parts. You want 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon of tea tree oil. You don't really need it, but it's good to have it anyway. But you don't even smell it in here. All you smell is the regular fragrance of the soap. And number 2, you need 1 tablespoon. No, take that back. 2 tablespoons or 1/8 cup of glycerin. Glycerin. Distilled water only. Since this is tea tree oil, people, this does not need a preservative. Tea tree oil within itself, by itself, is a preservative. So this is going to last me forever. I can wash my dishes, wash my body, wash my animals, wash my clothes. I can do whatever. Also for spot treatments, I noticed a sister one time, she got some oil or spaghetti or something in her top. And I told her, I said, oh my God, that's like chiffon material. How are you going to get it out? So she put a little dab, she dropped maybe like a couple of drops directly on the stain and scrubbed it a little bit, agitated it, and rinsed it out. And y'all, the oil came out. She uses a lavender scent. So it actually takes oil out of your clothes. This stuff is really awesome. It has 1 million uses. I read on Amazon today under the peppermint that this lady, her husband, he works in the trees, you know, doing the zip line for tourists and stuff. And everybody always get ticks. But since he washes his body with the peppermint soap, he doesn't get ticks on his skin. So it also repels ticks and fleas, y'all, literally, like ant biting flies. So this stuff is good. Whatever you think you can use it for, other than using it in your mouth and taking it by mouth, you can, if it's got something to do with your skin, go for it. You are not going to fail. You're not going to be unhappy. With that being said, this is the end of the video. I thank you I thank y'all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Any questions that you have, please feel free to ask. I am a pharmacy technician, so as far as measurements are concerned, I know this stuff, you know, it's precision. It has to be meticulously precise. So if you have any questions about that, what I advise, if you only want to make 1 gallon, use a half a tablespoon of tea tree, 1 tablespoon of glycerin, and a half a bar of 1/2 of a bar of the dry soap. That's what I advise. And with that being said, assalamu alaikum. I love you all. And peace out. Oh, one more thing. This right here in this container, I have leftover soap that couldn't fit in the gallons. And as you can see, it's still solid. It's moving around like a big clump of jelly. See? I'm going to add the water to this. And probably buy me a 4-ounce bottle, and then maybe use like 2 teaspoons of glycerin and maybe 1 teaspoon of tea tree oil for this. But this is all I have left, and I just didn't want to add. And just if you do more than 1 gallon, which I did 3, if you do more than 1 gallon, make sure you add equal parts. Like I put 2 cups of each of whatever I had in each of these, and just 2 cups, 1 cup, whatever. Just make sure it's equal. Distilled water only. Thank you all. I love you all, and you have a good day. This is just a brief description of the prices of the ingredients that I used. This includes the 3 gallons of water, the dry bar soap, and the liquid Castile soap. I already had the glycerin and the tea tree oil on hand, and I split it up into 3, and the total price would have been $35.98, and that split into 3 is $12 per gallon. So I got a tea tree, a gallon, 1 gallon of tea tree oil soap was $12 compared to the price that you see here. So as you can see, by doing this, you'll save